What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here. In this video we're talking about gold and silver prices which have been crushed lower. Is there any end in sight?
Get ready for SD Bullion's Monster Box sweepstakes that includes 500 Silver Eagles. You could be the next lucky recipient of a phone call like this.
This is Dr. Tyler Wall, CEO of SD Bullion. Well, I'm calling you to let you know that you won the SD Bullion giveaway of a monster box of Silver Eagles.
So click the link below for your chance to win.
Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, so gold and silver are down today, but they're not the only things that have gone down. Let's take a look. Look out below. Gold down almost $40 at the moment, which is well below the $1,800 mark. Silver down over 80 cents. We're almost under $19 an ounce, getting closer and closer to those pre-COVID numbers. The stock market is down, oil is down, but the dollar is up, which is not really a surprise. This has been a common theme that we've seen over the last few months, and cryptocurrencies are getting clobbered today. So what's going on with precious metals? I mean, when are we going to see gold and silver hit a bottom and then start rallying up from there? Well, I've talked about silver and how low I think that can go. If you missed those videos, I say the bottom is around $15. I cannot really see silver going below that. Now, maybe a temporary dip for a few days or weeks, but really, to me, $15 is the bottom for silver, and for gold, probably around $1,500 is where I would say the bottom is. Now, these are kind of psychological numbers, and look, I'm not one of those technical analysts or anything like that. I'm just a dude who loves precious metals, and I call it like I see it. So for me, gold can go all the way down to $1,500, silver can go down to $15 an ounce. But really, I feel like that is the bottom. That's the absolute bottom. And then they're probably going to either go flat for a while or start rallying up from that point. Now, should you wait and try and buy at the bottom? Obviously, no, because this could be the bottom here. I mean, we don't actually know. I do think it can be really hard to sort of time it. So for me, my strategy is really simple. I just dollar cost average. I buy when the price is going up, and I buy when the price is going down. It doesn't matter if silver goes to $25 an ounce or down to $15 an ounce. Either way, I'm still going to be buying more, because ultimately, I think that precious metals prices right now are cheap. I mean, look at the world. Look at everything that's going on with currencies. You know, Zimbabwe is once again going into hyperinflation. The US dollar seems strong right now, but if we already are in a recession, it's only a matter of time before they gotta light up the printing presses once again, and here comes another round of inflation. Now, this article over at shiftgold.com talks about how we might already be in a recession. Atlanta Fed forecasts official recession with negative GDP growth in Q2. So obviously GDP, that's gross domestic product. It's basically measuring the U.S. economic activity. And let's sort of read the start of this here, because I think for a lot of you, this will kind of open up your eyes to what's going on. So on July 1st, the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta lowered its Q2 GDP projection to negative 2.1%, officially forecasting a recession. Yeah, so much for Jerome Powell's soft landing. A recession is technically defined as back-to-back quarters of negative GDP growth. If the Atlanta Fed's projection of negative growth in Q2 comes to pass, it will couple with the first quarter decline of negative 1.6% to put the U.S. economy solidly in recession territory. So it looks like we already are in a recession. We just don't know it yet. And, you know, what happens to gold and silver during a recession. During the Great Recession in 2008, we saw the price of silver come down. And then towards the end of the recession, silver started to rally. The recession ended. Silver continued to rally. More people started piling on, and we saw the price of silver spike up extremely high. Now, gold actually did a similar thing. So if we look back to the sort of middle of the recession, we see gold come down. Recession ends, gold starts to rally, and it continues to go up. So if gold and silver go down initially in the recession, that's kind of what we're seeing go on right now with this dip in prices. But this does mean that eventually we are going to have a rally, and I think this rally is going to be much bigger than the last one. When it comes to investing in general, it's really smart to try and be a few steps ahead of everyone else. So not just looking at what's going on right now, but also what could happen in the next few months or the next few years. Silver and gold kind of did get crushed today, and are there going to be other days like this in the near future? It's very possible. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month. Could the prices go even lower? Yes, but again, that's why I have the strategy that I do. I buy regardless of what the price is doing. However, if it does go down more, then I try and make larger purchases. I try and buy the dip, so to speak, take advantage of the sale and just acquire more precious metals, because this will help with my dollar cost average, and ultimately I'll end up with more ounces in my stack. One way to measure your wealth is in dollars. You can figure out, how many dollars you have saved up. But another way to measure your wealth is in ounces. How many ounces of silver do you have? How many ounces of gold do you have? So if you keep on getting more and more ounces, then you're increasing your wealth when you look at it from that point of view. I mean, we all know that the dollar is not going to last forever. May it last our entire lifetime and our kids' lifetime. Sure, that's very possible, but eventually it will end. And if you're measuring your wealth in dollars, eventually it will just be zero. But if you measure your wealth in ounces, then it doesn't matter what the currencies do, because ultimately you will still have wealth. If you continue to add ounces to your stack, then you'll continue to increase your wealth. I am curious what your thoughts are on the state of our economy. Are we already in a recession, or are we headed for one? Those are pretty much the only two options in my mind. We're already in one, or we are going to be in one. And I think this recession could last quite a while. I mean, it could go on for a few years, but ultimately, I do think we will see another rally in precious metals. And if you want to ride that wave up, you should probably buy them before it happens. So anyway, I do want to say a massive thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Silver Dragons out.